Zay Tariq reporter live from GM5. I'm here with Coach Darvis of Ojon Roofing. This is everybody's expecting this interview. I don't know if you guys see, we're not in the regular environment. We got a whole classroom. This is a nice little sit-down, first take type joint. So
appreciate that.
I'm sure you got a lot to talk about. Is there anything you want to start off with? I know there was a lot of things that happened this weekend regarding trades, and we got some new players on your roster. You want to talk about that?
Yeah. You want to talk about what happened through the whole week and everything? Was all crazy. If you want to talk about that, we can start from that. The Tyson and Enrique thing. My thing was what happened to blow up the situation was they wasn't agreeing with the plans that we have coming into these games. So they're the two biggest guys on the team. We didn't know that Jermaine was going to come back or not. He was more leaning at the Serpents and playing with the Serpents. So what happened was I went in the chat and just I called out everybody in the chat. I didn't call out anybody specific. I didn't do it out here on that day because Tyson had a ring ceremony for his old team there. So I called out, I think guys in there didn't like that. Tyson was already on his way out when we lost the last game. So I had gotten calls from a team member, Jeremiah, that plays with GTE, and he said that to me on that last Saturday. And then so when we lost the game, also, like I said, the next day, the same day, I made the voicemail in our chat, and then I guess some of them guys didn't like that, and then I think that was what carried the thing over to where they could be like, well, we leaving anyway, so I'm gonna go ahead and just say that just because of Darvis.
Yeah. So why not trade those guys? Why release them? You could have got a lot in return for those two players. Those are two of the top players in the league, some would say.
Personally, I think that they was coming from what Nick and them was saying. They was coming with next season draft picks and things like that. So the only swaps I could see that would have worked, I would have worked with, was the Saviors. Because, the Sabres got the Theo and they got the other big kid or whatever. I can work with that. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. In terms of today, I believe number 78, what did you say his name was again?
Number 78 on our?
Yeah. Big fella that came.
Oh, big man, yeah.
Yeah. How do you feel his impact was today, and will we be seeing more of him? I know you said he was involved with the Serpents a lot. Is this like a once every 3 weeks type thing? Or?
No, as far as I know, he's back with the team. So it was like, okay, that's cool. Because he was back. He was telling, Nick one thing, he was telling me another thing or whatever. So it's just, I guess he felt kind of bad because I think it was last week, I just told Nick, go ahead and pick up Ty and just drop him and let him go. If he want to be with the Serpents, go ahead and do that. You know what I'm saying? So I guess he started feeling bad and just was like, okay, whatever it was, it worked, in a good favor for us.
Anything else you wanna touch on during this interview, Coach? I know we spoke on the trade situation and Tyson and Enrique and everything, and obviously you have a player that just came back into the fold.
What I want to say is that to clear my name, I'm not no coach that's gonna try to go out there and criticize and like a military type person. You know what I'm saying? Like with those two guys, they're the two tallest guys on the team. Like I said, when Maine left or whatever, wasn't sure what he was going to do. So it's all about dedication to what the team needs. When you think that if you're trying to go overseas, right, and you try to get a contract, right, you call yourself a guard, you say that you play some center in high school and whatnot. When you want to work on those talents while you're over in this league, even especially when it's to help a team out, you know what I'm saying, that needs that bad. Wouldn't you think that working and trying to get that type of talents would help you get more money overseas in the future?
Just to be clear, which player are we talking about here?
Both of them can play down low. Both of them can play down low when needed. You see what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. So That's what I'm asking you. What do you think? What you think?
Oh, no, 100%, 100%. I think as a coach, when you see guys that have potential to do multiple things on the floor and you see them only focusing on a certain lane, I guess it can be kind of frustrating, especially with them communicating like, hey, I have played down low or I can play down low, but you're not necessarily seeing that take fruition onto the court, yeah.
Right, but here's the difference. Look you got Evan, right? You saw what Evan did when he saw small dudes in front of him. He's going in to take advantage of that.
But he's not playing center. But
yeah. But he'll go in and at least, take advantage. I mean, he's a small forward or
I did a couple times.
Yeah. So that's the type of things that these guys really wasn't trying to do. They were coming in and saying that I'm a guard. So they come with a guard mind. So what's the difference if you're a guard? What's the difference between Jeff and him is that you can dunk and you can, you know what I'm saying, you're more powerful or whatever. But you have a guard mindset, so we can't have everybody on the outside, on the perimeter. Somebody's got to, sacrifice down there. And that's some of the things that I think that they didn't want to do. So that's why, Tyson went over to Bubba's team, and then Rike went over to GTE, which now you got guys that can create, and they ain't got to worry about, talk about hurting themselves and all this other stuff. They can just shoot the basketball and do what they want to do because you already got guys that can pass on those teams.
Last question, Coach. A lot of players this season that play for the FBA have missed a considerable amount of time. Do you feel a disposition over the entire league of not wanting to draft these players or get these players on the team because you're very wary on whether they'll show up or not? Like, next season, is there going to be a thing where FBA players are going to be looked over, not because of their talent or what they can do, but because of their inconsistency and maybe their priorities being focused on another league?
If the league is in the summertime, I think that they should look into that. You know what I'm saying? Because it hurts some teams because you don't know. One week they say they coming and they're not going to be able to show up, and that hurts. That affects games out here. That a couple guys got some losses. A couple teams got some losses because of that. You know what I'm saying? So I would think that they're going to look into that for next year.
100%. Well, a loaded interview just now, but you guys can go check that out on Ziggy's YouTube. Hey, this is ZAY Reporting live from GM5. You can cut the feed, Ziggy.